I can't connect with other men. You know, it's like people trying to introduce me, but it's just when it's not the same, it's not the same. So I'm going to do it different this time. I'm going to be alone until I'm whole. And then when I'm whole, then I will, you know, open myself back up so I don't make the same mistake again.
How wide we talking?
When you go through a bad enough breakup, you're like, I don't like nobody. Like, you're like, I don't like nobody. I was sitting there, I was like, do I like women enough? Can I get with a woman? Like, who can come in and fill this void? Like, oh my God, somebody. I have got to be able to sit with someone and feel a part of what I felt with him. But I don't yet. It'll come. It'll come. But I'm like, you know, and I think that now that I'm realizing that, because what I've decided is that I'm not going to look for it anymore. So I'm not going to like push myself into dating or anyone or trying to figure out, you know, who do I like? Who could I be around? Because this is probably also part of healing.
Really?
I mean, just sitting with this, sitting with being alone, sitting with the loss, and let myself heal the loss. And I know I'm crying right now, but I feel good every day, each day. I get better each day. I feel stronger. But I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard living lonely when you know you have to live lonely for a while.
Y'all, what I'm about to spill is gonna shock you to your core. Tasha K just dropped the receipts, and they are nothing short of explosive. We're talking about Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen, a secret affair that's been going on for years, hidden from the world, yet silently controlling the power dynamics of one of Bravo's biggest shows. According to Tasha K, this wasn't just a casual fling, it was a calculated, manipulative alliance. Porsha used her relationship with Andy to manipulate her rivals on the show, humiliate cast members, and secure her dominance. Kenya Moore, Kandi Burruss, Cynthia Bailey, Claudia Jordan all allegedly faced Porsha's wrath, while Andy Cohen backed her from behind the scenes. The receipts reveal secret messages, emails, and covert meetings that clearly show these two were using each other. Andy's motive? Cashing in on Porsha's fame and controlling the show's production. Porsha's motive? Absolute power, influence, and revenge against anyone standing in her way. Every move she made, every public argument, every subtle sabotage, all allegedly orchestrated with Andy Cohen in the background. This expose doesn't just reveal a hidden affair, it uncovers a toxic empire of manipulation, deceit, and emotional warfare. Fans will be left wondering how much of what they saw on screen was real, and how much was a strategic game to protect Porsha and punish others. The scandal runs deep, the receipts are damning, and the fallout? Absolutely catastrophic. Y'all, get ready, because this is the kind of shocking, behind-the-scenes drama that rewrites everything you thought you knew about Bravo. It's raw, it's aggressive, and it's emotionally devastating. Tasha K's reveal is a complete power-packed bombshell, and the world is about to witness the ugly truth behind one of the most secretive celebrity relationships ever.
The hell?
We Christians supposed to be telling the hooker on the street, the drug dealer, the person who in the hospital for trying to commit suicide, the gay, the lesbian. We're supposed to be trying to save them and tell them you all want me.
What? I thought she's like pro-gay now.
She is pro-gay.
So what's her true feeling?
I don't think she knows her true feeling. I think she's one of those people who just goes with what she thinks is gonna work.
Buckle up, because what I'm about to reveal will shatter everything you thought you knew about Bravo and the reality behind the glitz, glamour, and on-screen drama. Tasha K has dropped receipts that expose a secret affair between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen, a relationship that has been quietly influencing the show's power dynamics for years. The shocking part? This wasn't a simple romance. According to the leaks, this was a calculated, manipulative alliance where both parties were allegedly using each other to gain control, fame, and financial advantage. The receipts include private messages, emails, and covert meeting details that reveal a pattern of strategic exploitation, turning what fans assumed was just entertainment into a playground for behind-the-scenes manipulation. Sources reveal that Porsha used her relationship with Andy Cohen as leverage, orchestrating situations where cast members were humiliated, marginalized, or even fired. Kenya Moore, Kandi Burruss, Cynthia Bailey, Claudia Jordan all reportedly endured public embarrassment, while Andy Cohen allegedly protected Porsha from consequences, allowing her to maintain dominance on and off the screen. Every confrontation, every whispered insult, every subtle act of sabotage seemed designed to elevate Porsha while systematically dismantling her rivals. Tasha K's expose suggests that the affair's core purpose was power, not love. Andy Cohen allegedly sought financial gain and production control through his influence over Porsha, while Porsha allegedly sought to assert control over the show, punishing anyone who threatened her position. The receipts include text exchanges where Porsha discusses strategies for leveraging Andy's backing to secure wins in public voting scenarios, manipulate storylines, and isolate competitors. Other documents indicate private meetings where plans were hatched to publicly humiliate cast members under the guise of scripted drama. According to the evidence, every move Porsha made was calculated, every reaction measured, and every argument staged to create maximum personal and professional impact, all while maintaining the appearance of innocence and charm to the audience. The toxicity of the environment allegedly created on set has left former cast members visibly traumatized, struggling to reconcile their public personas with the private cruelty they endured. Further proof suggests that Andy Cohen's role extended beyond mere protection. He allegedly coordinated behind the scenes to ensure Porsha's actions remained unchecked. Decisions that appeared spontaneous to viewers were allegedly the result of strategic planning between the two, a silent orchestration of humiliation, favoritism, and power consolidation. Emails and call logs hint at conversations where Porsha would request intervention when conflicts arose, and Andy would discreetly manipulate production to guarantee her advantage. The relationship, according to Tasha K's findings, blurred the lines between personal intimacy and professional strategy, leaving a trail of emotional damage and broken careers in its wake. Insiders describe moments when rival cast members confronted Porsha about her behavior, only to find that her influence over Andy Cohen rendered any complaint ineffective. Allegedly, attempts to hold her accountable were quietly quashed, meetings were rescheduled, and decisions reversed to favor her agenda. The result was an environment where Porsha allegedly wielded unchecked power, reinforcing her position through fear, manipulation, and calculated charm, all while Andy Cohen's involvement provided a shield of invincibility. Texts and digital footprints suggest that the affair was not secret to those close to the duo, and yet, the public remained oblivious, witnessing only the polished reality show image carefully curated to hide these manipulations. The evidence paints a disturbing picture of a cast trapped in a toxic ecosystem, where personal grievances intersected with professional stakes. Instances of targeted humiliation were allegedly premeditated, exploiting Andy Cohen's support to reinforce dominance. Former cast members reportedly felt powerless, aware that any attempt to challenge Porsha could backfire due to the clandestine alliance. Text messages uncovered by Tasha K reportedly show Porsha coordinating attacks on rivals, sometimes scheduling confrontations during filming to maximize public exposure, with Andy allegedly ensuring that her actions went unchecked. The psychological toll on those targeted was immense, leaving lasting scars that went far beyond the screen. Moreover, Tasha K's receipts suggest that the affair's influence was not confined to interpersonal conflicts. Strategic manipulation allegedly extended to voting blocks, storyline allocations, and promotional opportunities, all designed to reinforce Porsha's dominance. The manipulative tactics allegedly employed were subtle yet effective, combining public charm with private control, creating an environment of constant pressure and insecurity for anyone who posed a threat. Andy Cohen's alleged facilitation of these actions underscores the affair's complexity, transforming a personal relationship into a mechanism for show-wide power consolidation. The data reveals a calculated orchestration, where secrecy, timing, and influence combine to maintain an unchallenged hierarchy. This exposed challenges the narrative of casual entertainment, revealing a world where influence and manipulation intersect behind the cameras. The affair, according to Tasha K's findings, was not merely about secrecy, but about strategically controlling perceptions, outcomes, and careers. The receipts show a chilling level of coordination, with every text, call, and meeting documented to maintain leverage. The consequences for the cast were severe: public humiliation, stalled careers, and emotional trauma. Yet, to the audience, the drama appeared as scripted conflict, completely unaware of the hidden power structures dictating the on-screen chaos. The revelations also suggest that the affair allowed Porsha to manipulate alliances within the show, targeting individuals with precision while enjoying immunity through Andy Cohen's support. This level of orchestration allegedly enabled her to dictate narratives, influence votes, and alter the trajectory of others' careers. According to the evidence, rival cast members repeatedly found themselves outmaneuvered, their public criticisms dismissed, and their grievances ignored. The receipts reportedly contain explicit instructions on how to control narrative perception, timing confrontations, and strategically escalate conflicts, all demonstrating an intimate and calculated approach to maintaining power. Tasha K's uncovering of these details exposes a pattern of exploitation, where the relationship functioned as both shield and weapon. While Porsha benefited from public praise and enhanced status, Andy allegedly capitalized on financial opportunities and show influence, creating a mutually beneficial yet morally troubling alliance. The ramifications of these revelations extend beyond the show itself, challenging the audience's perception of reality television, celebrity integrity, and behind-the-scenes ethics. For fans who believed in the authenticity of the cast, this expose serves as a shocking wake-up call. What they witnessed on screen was only a fraction of the calculated power play operating behind the scenes. Buckle up, because as more receipts surface, the narrative of innocence dissolves, revealing a carefully constructed web of manipulation, secrecy, and betrayal. The toxic dynamics, emotional exploitation, and strategic maneuvering allegedly facilitated by this affair highlight the devastating human cost behind the glittering facade of reality television. What seemed like entertainment was allegedly a battlefield of control, fear, and silent coercion, leaving viewers questioning everything they once trusted about the show. This first part of the expose sets the stage for a scandal that redefines the boundaries of influence, secrecy, and emotional consequence, showing that in this world, power and personal relationships can become instruments of profound tragedy. The chaos behind the cameras only deepened as the receipts continued to surface. What initially seemed like an isolated affair between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen has allegedly shaped the entire power structure of the show, leaving a trail of emotional devastation and professional sabotage. According to Tasha K's findings, Porsha's calculated behavior went far beyond private secrecy. Every move was designed to manipulate, humiliate, and dominate her co-stars. Kenya Moore, Kandi Burruss, Cynthia Bailey, and Claudia Jordan reportedly found themselves trapped in a meticulously orchestrated nightmare where Andy Cohen's backing of Porsha ensured that no objection, complaint, or confrontation could ever succeed. Every text, every hidden email, every strategically timed private meeting contributed to a system of control that blurred the lines between personal intimacy and professional advantage. Sources describe incidents where Porsha leveraged her affair to dictate storylines and public perception. She allegedly used private knowledge of the show's inner workings to engineer conflicts, provoke on-screen arguments, and strategically isolate rivals while maintaining the illusion of innocence. Andy Cohen's alleged involvement provided her with immunity, allowing her to push boundaries that others dared not cross. According to the leaked messages, moments that appeared spontaneous or authentic to viewers were carefully timed maneuvers, with Porsha monitoring reactions, assessing weaknesses, and planning the next step of her domination. The level of premeditation suggested by these receipts paints a grim picture of the hidden toxicity behind the glamorous sets, turning what should have been entertainment into a battlefield of manipulation and fear. Emails allegedly reveal conversations where Porsha coordinated attacks against rivals under the guise of storyline development. One message reportedly instructs production to ensure certain cast members are placed in humiliating scenarios, while Andy Cohen allegedly intervened to safeguard Porsha from repercussions. Former insiders confirm that the psychological pressure was relentless. Cast members were aware that their grievances would fall on deaf ears if Porsha's secret ally remained in power. The fallout was emotional, with several stars allegedly enduring mental stress, public embarrassment, and career stagnation, all while the public consumed the drama as scripted entertainment. Every smile, every confident entrance on camera concealed a strategic calculation designed to reinforce Porsha's dominance. The receipts also suggest that Porsha's manipulations extended to voting, promotion, and fan perception. Texts allegedly reveal her instructing associates on how to sway audience opinion, orchestrate social media narratives, and subtly discredit competitors. Andy Cohen's alleged participation ensured that the tools for influence were available behind the scenes, reinforcing Porsha's position while creating an environment of constant tension and uncertainty for her rivals. What viewers experienced as casual arguments or dramatic confrontations was allegedly a product of strategic exploitation, carefully crafted to maximize impact and preserve Porsha's control. Additional documents allegedly show Porsha taking advantage of Andy Cohen's position to protect herself from any consequences. Attempts by cast members to expose misconduct reportedly failed repeatedly as production decisions were manipulated in her favor. Calls, emails, and notes from these receipts illustrate how she allegedly turned every opportunity into leverage, punishing those who questioned her authority and rewarding allies. The calculated cruelty allegedly extended to micromanaging confrontations, timing insults, and ensuring that any resistance from cast members backfired publicly, leaving them humiliated while Porsha retained her dominance. The emotional toll on the cast was reportedly profound. Former members describe a constant sense of vulnerability, knowing that Porsha's power, amplified by Andy Cohen, could alter their careers at any moment. The receipts allegedly reveal premeditated moments where cast members were deliberately exposed to public ridicule, staged arguments, and manipulated editing, all to serve Porsha's agenda. Andy Cohen's alleged facilitation turned private power into institutional control, making resistance nearly impossible. Each revelation adds layers of complexity to a relationship that outwardly appeared glamorous, but was reportedly a mechanism of exploitation and control. Insider accounts suggest that the affair created a domino effect across the show. Decisions that seemed arbitrary were allegedly the result of deliberate planning between Porsha and Andy Cohen. Cast members were constantly navigating a maze of manipulation, uncertain who could be trusted or what motives were hidden behind smiles and scripted scenes. Texts show alleged coordination for maximum public impact, ensuring that Porsha maintained influence while rivals bore the consequences. The receipts depict a calculated system where secrets, timing, and leverage merge to control both narrative and perception, transforming private behavior into a tool of professional domination. The scandal, as revealed through Tasha K's leaked documents, illustrates a level of premeditated emotional manipulation rarely seen on reality television. Porsha's strategies reportedly combined charm, intimidation, and precise calculation, with Andy Cohen allegedly providing structural support to maintain her position. The toxicity was not incidental, it was allegedly systemic, with every interaction crafted to protect Porsha and weaken her rivals. The combination of secrecy, power, and personal exploitation created an environment where careers were jeopardized, reputations tarnished, and emotional trauma inflicted, all hidden behind the polished, entertaining facade of the show. Leaked call logs, text messages, and emails suggest that every conflict on set was monitored and manipulated. Porsha allegedly timed confrontations for maximum public effect, while Andy Cohen allegedly ensured her protection from any backlash. Former insiders claim that attempts to resist her influence were systematically blocked, making her untouchable within the production hierarchy. The emotional strain on cast members was immense, as they reportedly faced relentless pressure, public embarrassment, and professional uncertainty. The combination of private manipulation and public performance created a toxic landscape where reality blurred with strategic exploitation, exposing the devastating consequences of a secret affair turned instrument of control. The receipts also indicate an ongoing pattern of retaliation. Whenever cast members attempted to challenge or expose Porsha, they allegedly faced coordinated consequences, with Andy Cohen allegedly intervening to safeguard her interests. Emails outline detailed strategies to maintain narrative control, manipulate social perception, and neutralize threats. The affair, while personal, reportedly functioned as a tool for systematic power consolidation, allowing Porsha to influence outcomes, maintain dominance, and punish dissent. Every revealed message, every secret meeting, every strategic manipulation uncovers a reality that is far more disturbing than any scripted scene. As these revelations unfold, the true impact of this secret alliance becomes increasingly clear. The toxicity, manipulation, and exploitation allegedly perpetuated through the affair have left a lasting mark on the show, its cast, and its audience. Fans are forced to reconsider the reality behind reality television, realizing that what they saw on camera may have been carefully curated deception, engineered to elevate one star while undermining the rest. The receipts, as revealed by Tasha K, expose a story of power, betrayal, and emotional devastation, painting a chilling portrait of a world where personal relationships become weapons and influence is wielded at the expense of human dignity. The fallout from the exposed affair between Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen has allegedly reached a level of emotional devastation that few could have anticipated. Tasha K's receipts reveal a shocking narrative of manipulation, betrayal, and strategic exploitation that extends far beyond what was visible on screen. Sources indicate that the psychological impact on cast members was profound, with individuals reportedly struggling to reconcile their on-camera personas with the orchestrated humiliation engineered behind the scenes. Every staged confrontation, every public embarrassment, and every manipulated storyline appears to have been meticulously coordinated to maintain Porsha's dominance, while Andy Cohen allegedly facilitated her unchallenged position. The consequences, according to insiders, were not merely professional but deeply personal, leaving scars that persisted long after filming concluded. Evidence suggests that the toxic dynamics fostered by the affair created a climate of fear and uncertainty. Cast members allegedly faced constant scrutiny, their actions monitored and exploited for dramatic effect. Emails and texts revealed in the leak reportedly show Porsha coordinating tactics to isolate rivals, timing humiliations for maximum impact, and ensuring that any attempt to counter her influence would fail. Andy Cohen's alleged role as protector and enabler reportedly amplified her power, allowing her to manipulate both narrative and perception. This environment of continuous strategic control turned the Bravo set into a battleground, where emotional resilience was tested daily and trust was nearly impossible to maintain. The receipts also suggest that Porsha's influence extended to financial and promotional decisions, with evidence allegedly showing her leveraging the affair to secure preferential treatment, visibility, and opportunities for herself. Meanwhile, other cast members were reportedly marginalized, their input ignored, and their reputations damaged. Former insiders describe a pervasive sense of helplessness, aware that any dissent could trigger retaliation or further professional setbacks. Every calculated move, every timed argument, and every orchestrated conflict was reportedly designed to consolidate Porsha's power while keeping her protected from accountability. Further documents allegedly highlight the lengths to which the duo allegedly went to maintain secrecy and control. Calls, messages, and meeting notes suggest that Porsha and Andy were acutely aware of how much influence they wielded and used it to manipulate outcomes in their favor. Insider accounts reveal moments of intense confrontation where cast members attempted to challenge the authority of Porsha, only to be blocked by back-end decisions allegedly coordinated by Andy Cohen. The exposure of these receipts paints a vivid picture of a carefully controlled ecosystem where personal relationships and professional stakes intersected in a way that inflicted both emotional and career damage. The psychological toll on the cast reportedly included extreme stress, emotional breakdowns, and persistent anxiety. Evidence suggests that the secret affair was a tool for orchestrated humiliation, with Porsha allegedly exploiting her relationship to manipulate perceptions, dictate narratives, and punish perceived threats. Andy Cohen's alleged involvement created a shield that allowed these dynamics to persist unchecked, ensuring that the fallout was heavily one-sided. Former cast members reportedly described the environment as a pressure cooker, where every interaction was calculated and every misstep could have severe consequences. The combination of secrecy, power, and emotional manipulation resulted in a toxic workplace disguised as entertainment. Receipts revealed by Tasha K reportedly show the affair affecting voting, storyline control, and audience perception. Porsha allegedly orchestrated conflicts and alliances to maintain dominance, using Andy Cohen's influence to eliminate obstacles. Every confrontation and public display of tension appears to have been planned to maximize dramatic effect while preserving her unassailable position. Texts and emails allegedly outline precise instructions for controlling reactions, timing dramatic moments, and leveraging relationships for both personal and professional gain. This strategic manipulation, according to insiders, created a chain reaction of humiliation, emotional distress, and professional disadvantage for those caught in her path. The affair's impact was not limited to interpersonal dynamics. According to leaked communications, Porsha's coordination with Andy Cohen extended to production decisions, promotional opportunities, and the overall narrative arc of the show. Cast members who were not aligned with her reportedly found themselves systematically disadvantaged, with their complaints ignored or actively suppressed. The receipts suggest that every on-screen drama was influenced by the secret power alliance, blurring the lines between reality and manipulation. For viewers, what appeared to be authentic conflict was allegedly a calculated display designed to reinforce Porsha's dominance, while concealing the manipulative mechanisms behind the scenes. Insiders claim that the psychological burden on the cast was ongoing, with former members describing lasting effects long after production ended. The exposure of these receipts by Tasha K reportedly confirms what many had suspected but could not prove, that the secret affair was a tool for control, and that Porsha's influence, bolstered by Andy Cohen, enabled a system of manipulation and exploitation with real human consequences. Emotional trauma, damaged reputations, and career instability were allegedly the result of a carefully orchestrated strategy, where secrecy, timing, and influence intersected to create a toxic environment that extended beyond the cameras. The revelations also highlight the complex duality of public persona versus private behavior. Porsha's charm and on-screen charisma allegedly masked a calculated approach to consolidating power, while Andy Cohen's facilitation ensured that these tactics remained effective. The receipts reportedly contain evidence of strategic planning, coordination of confrontations, and manipulation of both production and audience perception, demonstrating an alarming level of control. Former insiders suggest that the fallout was profound. Personal relationships fractured, trust eroded, and careers were jeopardized, all while the public remained unaware of the underlying machinations. As Tasha K continues to release evidence, the full scope of the affair's impact becomes increasingly undeniable. The leaked messages, emails, and call logs allegedly show a systematic approach to dominance and retaliation, leaving cast members caught in an ongoing cycle of fear, humiliation, and professional insecurity. The revelations challenge the audience's understanding of reality television, exposing a world where power, secrecy, and personal relationships are weaponized. Emotional devastation, public embarrassment, and professional setbacks, according to the receipts, were the predictable outcomes of this hidden alliance. The toxic environment created by Porsha and Andy, as alleged by Tasha K's sources, paints a portrait of manipulation at a scale rarely seen in reality television. Every action was reportedly calculated, every interaction a potential tool for influence, and every private communication a mechanism for controlling outcomes. Former cast members reportedly recount a pervasive sense of vulnerability, aware that resistance could result in public humiliation or career damage. The affair allegedly transformed personal intimacy into a strategy for systemic control, creating an emotionally charged environment where power and secrecy reigned supreme. Leaked evidence also points to retaliation as a key element of the dynamic. Whenever cast members attempted to challenge or expose Porsha, they reportedly faced consequences orchestrated to protect her dominance. Emails allegedly provide step-by-step instructions for controlling narratives, shaping public perception, and neutralizing dissent, illustrating a level of strategic manipulation that turns a personal affair into an engine of professional and emotional exploitation. The combination of secrecy, leverage, and calculated cruelty created a toxic ecosystem where only those aligned with the secret alliance could thrive. The ultimate tragedy, as revealed by Tasha K's receipts, is the human cost of this hidden alliance. Emotional trauma, professional setbacks, and fractured relationships are reportedly the direct result of a relationship allegedly weaponized for control. Fans and viewers who assumed they were watching unscripted entertainment were allegedly witnessing carefully orchestrated drama designed to consolidate influence and manipulate outcomes. The fallout has left lasting scars, exposing the dark side of celebrity, power, and secrecy, and revealing that the reality behind reality television can be far more devastating than anything portrayed on camera. The final revelation paints an image of strategic cruelty disguised as romance. Every text, every email, and every private meeting, as exposed by Tasha K, allegedly contributed to a landscape of emotional manipulation, humiliation, and calculated domination. The affair transformed the Bravo set into a high-stakes battlefield where personal relationships became instruments of control and careers hung in the balance. This is not just gossip. This is a full-scale expose of how power, secrecy, and intimate relationships can be used to manipulate, exploit, and devastate, leaving a lasting legacy of emotional and professional damage that continues to reverberate long after the cameras stop rolling. You need to pay attention because this isn't just another celebrity scandal. This is a full-blown revelation that exposes the raw, ugly truth behind the glitz. Tasha K's receipts have shattered the illusion, revealing Porsha Williams and Andy Cohen's secret affair as a weaponized alliance, a manipulation machine that left careers broken and hearts shattered. Every text, every email, every hidden meeting shows a strategic game of control, influence, and ruthless power. The cast members you thought were just fighting on screen were allegedly being pushed, humiliated, and silenced behind the cameras, all to protect one woman's dominance, while a producer allegedly backed her every move. Now the question is, can you handle the truth? This isn't entertainment, it's a blueprint for emotional devastation. What fans saw as drama was allegedly a calculated performance, where betrayal was the script and manipulation was the plot twist. Andy Cohen's alleged role allowed Porsha to act with impunity, punishing rivals and orchestrating chaos, while the audience remained blind. The fallout isn't just shocking, it's devastating, ruined reputations, career sabotage, and mental strain for those who dared to stand in the way. We're asking you to react, to share, to comment, and to question everything you thought you knew. Who really holds the power? Who is controlling the narrative behind the scenes? Did fame, influence, and greed turn private relationships into weapons? The receipts Tasha K dropped aren't just gossip. They're proof of a toxic reality that no one was supposed to see. If this shocks you, if it angers you, if it leaves you speechless, then do what needs to be done. Share this expose, discuss it, and make sure everyone knows the hidden truth behind the show. This story doesn't end here. It's a call to witness, to question, and to demand accountability. The power, the manipulation, the betrayal, it all has to be seen, and it all has to be known.